So we're out for the first run in the cheapest shoe I have ever bought, the ADIDAS Duramo RC, purchased for £25. I'm out for my first test run in them, get a bit more done, and I'll check in with my initial opinions. So yeah, first run in the Duramo RC. I'm doing exactly the same workout as I did for the Duramo SL, which is my other budget shoe I purchased, just to compare and contrast. Between the two there is a £15 difference in RRP, and I paid a £10 difference in terms of purchase price, difference in stacks, and differences in other areas as well. So in terms of the RC, the SL has light motion midsole, which is the budget kind of basic EVA. This Duramo RC doesn't even have that. It has a unnamed EVA, so this is going to be the bargain basement bottom of the line. This one's obviously got a lower stack, the RC, and it does feel much lower to the ground. The actual ground feel though is very similar to that of the SL, so the light motion and whatever this is under my feet, there isn't massive differences anyway, which could probably be guessed with not much difference in price points. But yeah, I've done a 3k steady, kind of steezy-ish pace. I'm going to try and kick on a little bit now for the next 2k, do a few bursts, as I'm going to be using this for a speed work shoe hopefully, and I'll report back. First run done. So yeah, I did another 5k, pretty much exactly the same as what I did with the SL. Did a 3k kind of easy steezy pace, just to see what it feels like at that pace and get warmed up and get used to the shoe a little bit. And then the last 2k kind of kick on a little bit into more of a steady kind of effort. And yeah, almost identical, both of them covered the 5k in about 24:50 odd, so high 24s. This one I did slightly differently, so I did a steady effort 4th k, and then I did a 1 minute on off for the last k, just to put it through a bit more of a speedy workout. Yeah, those of you that watched the initial vlog know I'm going to try and use this as my speed kind of interval replacement shoe, so I wanted to get up to a bit more anaerobic speed rather than just a 1k effort. So yeah, 1 minute steezy in the last k, and then into a 1 minute kind of hard effort. And yeah, pretty impressed overall with a 24-25 pound shoe. It got up to speed pretty quick. This RC reminds me more of the Duramo 10, which is the one I loved from a couple of years ago. Like I said, the stack height, the foam, the feel of it, it's just much more like that. Yeah, this RC was much easier to get up to speed. I found the SL on the last one was a bit, again, it's higher stack, and the light motion does notoriously have a bit of a braking period till it warms up, and then you get into a bit more of a comfortable, bouncier, slightly bouncier ride. This one was much easier to turn the feet over, maybe the lower stack helped. It reminded me more of the old school kind of racing flats. Yeah, managed to pick up to quicker than 4 minutes per k, which is kind of 5k pace, so and that wasn't all that difficult. Again, heart rate's slightly increased at the steezy paces because again, there's no real spring or performance enhancement in these shoes, so it's all comes down to yourself. So the heart rate does go up a little bit because you're working that little bit harder just to kind of cruise along. But yeah, Overall, I'm probably more impressed with these than I was with the SLs. I was probably, if I'm being honest, expecting more from the SLs with that slightly increased price point, the look and the feel of them and the stack height and the fact it's got light motion. And actually I think these have probably outperformed them in terms of how that workout felt, how much easier it is to get up to speed. Hopefully I've picked well, and these obviously will be a decent little speed shoe. Again, short, fast bursts of speed. Looks like so far so good. They should be able to get up to speed and be able to do that. The SLs, I'm going to obviously continue to use them as well. Hopefully they'll break in a little bit more and become a fairly decent daily trainer for this year. If not, I have alternative plans. I can always drop them into an easy recovery day shoe and pick up another bespoke daily trainer which is a bit more fit for purpose, but time will tell. But yeah, so far so good. These two shoes, the SL and the RC, both from Adidas, both in the Duramo range. Both of them picked up for less than 60 quid, and one's a speed shoe and one's hopefully a daily trainer. Not bad at all. Like I said, not groundbreaking by any means, but nor would they be at that price. If they were, they'd be sold out quicker than any other shoe in history. But yeah, these are the cheapest shoe I've ever purchased, 25 quid. And yeah, they're not the worst shoe I've ever run in, so that's not bad at all for the first run. I said look out for the continued usage. I will drop a kind of 30 mile 50 K review once I've got that mileage into the shoes. Any questions or queries, drop them in the comments below. But yeah, hopefully this budget shoe rotation will stand me in good stead for this year. Similar to the SL, I forgot to weigh them before I've set off, so I'll weigh them now when I get home and I'll drop it on the screen now. Weirdly, the SLs, when I measured them and weighed them last week, each shoe is a completely different weight, which again just shows the poor kind of build quality in terms of consistency. The same pair of shoes, same size, same everything, had a varying weight. But yeah, we'll check the RCs, hopefully they're the same weight this time. But overall, yeah, pretty happy with that first run, happier than I was after the first run in the SLs. Like I say, considering how cheap these were, I was a little bit nervous about how bad they were going to be. It could have been an horrendous shoe, but thankfully they're not that bad, and time will tell if they get any better or worse. But yeah, similar to the last one I did, it just shows they're not all that bad. Even if they're a bargain basement, yes, they're no ADIDAS Pros or Evos or Vaporflies or Alphaflies, but no way I expect them to be. But for most people, especially the average Joe, average Jane runner out there that just wants to get some mileage in, they probably have some uses to these really budget shoes, hence why I'm testing them. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Look out for the upcoming reviews and vlogs. Loads planned in the next few weeks and months. Happy running with whatever you're doing. I'll see you all on the next one.